So this is a very boring kind of an experiment, but here it is. And now what I want to do is I want to draw a graph of this experiment, of this data, right? Let's see if I can find it once again. Uh, so the graph that I want to draw is here, right? This is the graph that corresponds to this data. So as you can see, whatever happens, whatever is happening along the x-axis, however the x coordinate may change, the y coordinate remains the same. The best example that I can think of here is something like the size of the sun and time. So x is time, y is the size of the sun. I've been measuring it, let's say, for 100 years. The size of the sun remains the same. This is the now what I want to do is I want to actually algebraically express. Okay, and this is very important. I want to algebraically express the relationship between x and y, and in this case, it is actually extremely easy, and that is that y is equal to 7. We don't care about the value of x. Y is equal to 7, right? So this y is equal to 7 is a single equation which describes not only this data but also this graph. Another way of looking at this is that this equation, this table of data, and this graph are all equivalent to each other, right? So from this table, I can draw this graph, or from this graph, I can draw this table. And similarly, from this graph, I can arrive at this equation, or from this equation, I can arrive at the graph, right? Okay. I hope this is understood by all. इसमें किसी को doubt नहीं आना चाहिए. So this is the tabular form of data. This is the graphical form of data, and this is the algebraic form of data, right? So the relationship between these two physical variables can be given to you as either a table. Okay, now table has its positives and negatives. So positives are that at least for the values which are written in the table, I can see what the corresponding second physical variable values are, right? For example, if x is indeed time and y is indeed the size of the sun in some proper units, then I can say that okay, fine, when the third year, maybe x is in years, so I can say that look, in the third year of the observation, the size of the sun was 7. Right, in the sixth year of observation, the size of the sun was 7. So this is a positive thing about this tabular form. What is the disadvantage of the tabular form is that if I ask what is the size of the sun when we observe it for the 100th year, that means when x equal to 100, what is the value of y? Well, then you have to extrapolate, right? आपको एक्स्ट्रापोलेट करना पड़ेगा, आपको सोचना पड़ेगा कि अच्छा ऐसा है तो अगर 0 के लिए 7 है, 1 के लिए 7 है, 2 के लिए 7 है, so on and so on, so on, तो 100 के लिए क्या होगा, right? And that extrapolation may be correct or may be incorrect, right? You cannot say. Similarly, I can ask what is the value of y when x equal to 2.5, and again you will have to sort of extrapolate. ये क्या है? ग्राफिकल फॉर्म में ये एक्स्ट्रापोलेशन, अगर ग्राफ बिल्कुल अच्छे से बनाया गया है तो एक्स्ट्रापोलेशन नहीं करना पड़ता. अगर मुझसे कोई पूछे कि हाँ बताइए भाई ये 1.5 पे इसकी क्या वैल्यू होएगी, तो आई विल हैव नो प्रॉब्लम्स, आई से अच्छा ये 1.5 है तो ये y की वैल्यू this. However, if I ask कि x की वैल्यू 100 है तो y की वैल्यू बताइए, तो अगेन ग्राफ में यू सी देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम इन द ग्राफ. X equal to 100 does not exist, so maybe you'll have to draw another graph. Maybe you'll have to draw a bigger graph to you know, exactly. Just put this on charging. इसका charge आने वाला है. And with the algebraic one, there is only one negative point that readily you cannot visualize. However, the amount of information or the negative points that existed for a tabular form or for the graphical form of representing the experiment, कोई नेगेटिव पॉइंट इनमें से algebraic वाले फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. You want to know what is the value of x, what is the value of y when x equal to 100? It is written 7. Okay. What is the value of y when x is minus 1000? It is written 7. Right. So it turns out, of course, that algebraic form is the the best way of at least writing down the data. Right. So the tabular form is what you actually do when you carry out the experiment. And then the graphical form is just after the experiment. You can sort of plot the points and you can make the graph. But the ultimate aim of physics is to, from this tabular and this graphical form, derive a sort of algebraic expression which links these two variables together, right? So for example, F is equal to ma. So what I do is I take a body of a particular mass and I apply some force on it and I measure the acceleration, and I have the force on one axis and I have acceleration on the other axis, and I can draw the graph, and then finally I can figure out what the algebraic expression is, algebraic relationship is between F and A. Okay. Okay, so this is one sort of graph. Then we have another graph. We just get that for you.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, we cannot find the slope, no, but slope नहीं निकाल सकते ना सर. स्लोप जो इसके लिए निकालने के लिए मेरे कुछ करना पड़ेगा ना, लाइक ऐसे डायरेक्ट ग्राफ देख के स्लोप नहीं
मैंने अभी
बोल
स्लोप
सकते.
की बात करी है क्या बताऊं?
नहीं.
रुक जाओ. So this is the next kind of graph. Okay. Now I could write the data table as well for this graph as well. I don't want to do that. So this graph we define as this graph we call this graph is a straight line, and this graph is also a straight line. Okay. This graph is a straight line. This graph is a straight line. But there is a fundamental difference between these two straight lines. So the experiment which is done at the bottom, the experiment for which the graph is drawn at the bottom, and the experiment for which the graph is drawn at the top, there is a fundamental difference. Although the graphs for both are straight lines, there is a fundamental difference, right? What is that fundamental difference between the two blue straight lines that have been drawn on these two graphs, right? Kya hai answer? For somebody, I'm asking this question for new students who have not studied this before. What is the fundamental difference? Just all you have to do is observe, right? I promise you, you don't have to do anything more. You just have to look and you have to draw a conclusion. So when you look at the upper blue line and when you look at the lower blue line, what is the difference? भाई दोनों straight line है. Will you agree with this?
Sir, both of the lines have on the for the first one has only one solution, the second one has two solutions. वो बस x एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है सेकंड पहला वाला और दो सेकंड वाला दोनों x और y एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है लाइन.
Uh, I mean, you are right, of course, absolutely right. But is there a better way of putting this? I mean, your answer is absolutely right. But I don't want to go into such specifics as कि वो एक पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, वो दो एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है. No, I don't want to go into such specifics. I mean, if you show a kid these two blue lines, what is the difference between these two blue lines that the kid will point out?
So that the first line does not have a slope. The slope is 0.
Yeah. Now, supposing that the kid does not know the meaning of slope, then what do you do? Now, I know that you know the meaning of slope, but what if the kid does not know the meaning of slope and you want to point out, or you want him to point out or her to point out what the difference between these two blue lines is?
Sir,
The answer,
sir, in the second graph, the rays are not perpendicular.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, you मैं कोई ऐसा tough question नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ. It is not it is not very technical thing that I am asking. The only difference is कि उन दोनों का slope different है, like संघमित्रा said.
पहला वाला पैरेलल है, दूसरा वाला पैरेलल नहीं.
हाँ, but can I say
Sir,
that? हाँ.
Sir, the second graph makes an angle with the x-axis.
हाँ, बस मैं यही आंसर खोज रहा था. I was actually looking for this answer. So what we can say is that the two blue lines make different angles with the, I don't know, you can choose with the x-axis, with the y-axis. It is convention to choose the x-axis, so I will also choose the x-axis. I will say that these two straight lines, yes, they are straight lines, both of them are straight lines, but these two straight lines are having a different angle. Okay, they are having a different inclination with the x-axis. Okay? I could say the same thing with the y-axis as well. They are having a different inclination with the y-axis, but like I said, convention dictates that we choose the x-axis. Right? So I will write this down here. So the difference between these two straight lines is their inclination angle with the x-axis. Please remember that you know, I mean, यहाँ पे I cannot show you, but this straight line actually goes on to infinity, and here also it goes on to infinity. This straight line also goes on to infinity. Right, so straight lines by definition are always infinitely. So the only difference between these two straight lines is that they make a different angle, and this is what we are after. This is what will give us the second layer of information that I was talking about in the last class, right? So in the last class, I told you that when we draw a graph, then the uh, when we draw a graph, uh, the information contained in the graph is not just what is obvious to you. There are multiple layers of information, and we are going to be in a position where we are going to extract these multiple layers of information, right? That is what we want to do. That is the purpose of this whole chapter. Okay, so since this is the only difference, right? I hope I'm against, I will say this again and again, and this is very important. That is why I'm saying it again and again, that this is the only difference between these two straight lines, right? और कोई difference नहीं है, दोनों lines perfectly straight हैं, दोनों lines infinite हैं, बस एक ही फर्क है, वो ये कि एक लाइन ऐसे है, दूसरी लाइन ऐसे है. Inclination of these two straight lines is different. पार्थ अपना माइक ऑफ करिए. पार्थ. Okay, so next is, I want to ask the most important question now: how to measure this difference? Okay, or rather, how to measure this inclination? This inclination. कैसे measure करें इसको? So the first answer that was given, that was an answer, that was a perfect answer. The angle made by the straight line with the x-axis, right? So I can just say that, look, let this angle be theta, and let this angle with the x-axis 0, right? So I can say option 1, that angle made by the first line is equal to 0 degrees, and the angle made by the second line is equal to theta degrees, right? Where theta will have some value, right? So theta will have some value. Now, this is one major difference between class 10th and class 11th, and I am used to it, so I will keep on doing it. You have to get used to it. Okay, I will be frequently working with unknowns, okay? But I will know what I'm talking about. You will know what I'm talking about. But the value of that angle, value of that quantity will not be specified. In this case, I am saying that, look, the angle made by the first line, okay, angle made by the first line is 0 degrees. I know the value, and I know that I'm talking about an angle. In the second case, I say that the angle made by the second line is theta degrees. Okay, so I know that I'm talking about angles. You know that I'm talking about angles. The only thing is that the value of the angle is not being specified by me. Of
Sir,
course,
sir, angle made by first line can be 180 degrees also, no?
हाँ बिल्कुल सही. हाँ
180 डिग्रीज भी सर लिख सकते हैं ना, एंगल मेड बाय फर्स्ट लाइन.
आप अगर सामने देख रहे हैं तो पीछे भी देख सकते हैं क्या? आप अगर सामने देख रहे हैं तो पीछे भी देख सकते हैं क्या?
नहीं.
If you are pointing towards north, are you also pointing towards south?
नहीं.
हाँ, so it is just like that ना. मैं confusion नहीं create करना चाहता हूँ ना. Understand what I'm saying? तो हम विधान ने बिल्कुल सही बोला है कि क्या 180 डिग्री हम ले सकते हैं? हाँ बिल्कुल ले सकते हैं, but we will not. If we are taking 0, then we will not take 180. Okay. Angle made by the second line is theta degrees, right? Theta will have some value. which I don't know, or at least I don't care to calculate at this moment. What I do know is that for these two graphs, uh, for one the angle is definitely 0 degrees, and for the other the angle is non-zero. Okay, I can figure it out, of course, very easy to figure it out. Okay, so this is option 1, and it turns out that it is not a very good option. So there is an option 2 as well. There will be, of course, option 3, 4, 5, 6, many options you can get. However, we want the option which will be most helpful for us in the future, right? So the option 2 is that instead of measuring only the angle or just the angle made by the straight line with the x-axis, okay, we measure, or uh, we prefer to uh, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
मेरे यहाँ लाइट चली गई है तो शायद कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाए. प्लीज टेल मी अगर ऐसा होता है ना. We prefer to take or prefer to use tan theta. Okay, not the angle itself, but the tan value of the angle. Okay, so this is what you have to understand. So not the angle itself, but its tan value. Okay, now you may ask, अरे ऐसा क्यों है, साइन क्यों नहीं ले सकते, cos क्यों नहीं ले सकते? It is because I know what is going to happen in the future, right? I know that if I take tan, it will be very helpful for me in the future. Okay? So this is what we are going to go with. Okay? This is what we are going to go with. So to measure or understand the difference between any two straight lines, okay, we will measure tan theta for these two straight lines. Okay. So Vedant is asking कि हम क्यों tan ले रहे हैं, right? Let me answer this question once and for all. वेदांत, आप को याद है आप फर्स्ट क्लास में या सेकंड क्लास में एडिशन पढ़ते थे?
हाँ सर.
याद है वेदांत?
हाँ सर.
तो 5 + 4 = 9. मैंने सही लिखा है कि गलत लिखा है?
सही लिखा है.
हैं?
सही लिखा है सर.
तो ये 5 को ऐसे ही क्यों लिखते हैं? या फिर ऐसे क्यों नहीं लिखते हैं? या फिर ऐसे क्यों नहीं लिखते हैं? भाई अल्टीमेटली तो मैं यहाँ लाइन बना सकता हूँ ना, 5 + 4 = 9. कौन सा सही लिखा है? पहला वाला, दूसरा वाला, तीसरा वाला।
सर फर्स्ट वाला सिस्टमैटिक लगता है।
पहला वाला।
पहला वाला
हम्म,
क्यों सिस्टमैटिक क्यों? अल्टीमेटली you do end up doing this, right? ये तो you do end up doing this, right? Why don't we put plus on the right hand side? Why don't we do this one? Will it change anything? नहीं ना? In fact, I like this one. मेरे को ये सबसे अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि it tells me the flow. I don't know. The point is that when you were being taught this, your teacher knew what is going to happen in the future. Ultimately, you are going to be asked 289 plus 784. Right? And the best way of writing this is you do it like this, or you do it like this. Right? बाद में अलजेब्रा आने वाला, अलजेब्रा आने वाला है तो ऐसे ही लिखेंगे। इसके बाद से वेक्टर अलजेब्रा आने वाला, वेक्टर ए प्लस वेक्टर बी ऐसे ही लिखेंगे। Right? So there is some sort of a future knowledge, right, that tells us that it is better to take tan theta and not the angle itself. That is why we take tan theta. क्या हम एंगल ले सकते हैं? काम चलेगा? बिल्कुल चलेगा, क्यों नहीं चलेगा? क्या आपका काम चलेगा आईआईटी में? बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगा। आप बोलोगे नहीं मैं तो स्लोप एंगल लूंगा, तो बोलेगा नहीं साहब हम तो उसको नहीं मानते हैं। आप बोलोगे नहीं नहीं मैं तो केस कर दूंगा, केस करते रहो। But the point is that if you do not follow the convention in science, then nobody is going to understand what you are saying and you are not going to understand what they are saying. अब अगर कोई चाइना से आया साइंस का स्टूडेंट, आप चाइना के किसी साइंटिस्ट से, इंडियन साइंटिस्ट बात करना चाहता है, तो ऑब्वियसली लैंग्वेज तो सेम नहीं है, लेकिन मैथमेटिकल लैंग्वेज तो सेम है ना। अगर वो चाइनीज बोलेगा tan थीटा तो इंडिया वाला समझेगा tan थीटा। अगर वो चाइनीज बोलेगा स्लोप तो इंडिया वाला समझेगा स्लोप क्या होता है, राइट? एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट टू write down next. And to measure and understand the difference between any two straight lines, we will measure tan theta for these two straight lines, and this will be called the slope of the straight line. Okay, this will be called the slope of the straight line. This is what you have to remember. This is the main input for this whole chapter, believe it or not. The slope of a straight line is nothing but tan theta. Tan of theta, where theta is the angle made by the straight line with a positive x-axis. Now let's see if we can measure. Let's see if we can measure this slope, value of this tan theta. So this is the straight line for which we want to measure the value of slope. This angle is theta, okay? And I also know, okay, that the coordinates of this point is x1 comma y1, and I also happen to know that the coordinates of this point is x2 comma y2. what this means is, I hope this is clear. ये कितना होएगा, ये distance कितना होएगा? अगर इस पॉइंट का कोऑर्डिनेट्स x1, y1 है तो ये डिस्टेंस कितना होएगा? नहीं, कोऑर्डिनेट्स नहीं पढ़ा है।
x
Let's say that this is 3, 5, तो ये ग्रीन एरो का लेंथ क्या होएगा?
x 3 units.
3 यूनिट्स पक्का?
हाँ सर,
ये कितना डिस्टेंस होएगा?
ओ सर ये 3 यूनिट्स होगा सर, ये ओरिजिन से लेना है।
पता था ना वो।
हाँ सर, तो y कोऑर्डिनेट का रहेगा।
ये सबको आता है कि नहीं? यू हैव टू टेल मी गाइस, अदरवाइज यू नो आई एम सॉर्ट ऑफ, बिकॉज आई कांट सी यू। हेलो,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो आता है ना? यू कैन टाइप ऑन चैट, यू कैन माइक पे यू कैन से। So then this will be y1, this will be x1, therefore this will be y2 and this will be x2. Okay, now if I were to draw a line like this, then could anybody tell me what this angle would be? What is this angle that I have drawn? कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी यूज कर रहे हैं हम लोग? Which property?
Corresponding angles.
Corresponding angle.
And then can anybody tell me what is this distance?
y2 minus y1.
X2 minus
Y2 minus Y1.
X2 minus X1.
minus X1.
X. हाँ
Yeah.
sir.
This should be x2 minus x1. And what should be this distance?
Y2
Y2 minus.
Y1.
Y.
y2 minus
Y1.
okay. Now will you agree with me that this guy, will you agree with me that this guy is a right angle triangle?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
सर अगर वो जो करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल सर अगर वो भी ले तो भी चलेगा ना सर? ये वाला एंगल नीचे जो एक्स एक्सिस में जो है वो वाला एंगल ले ले तो सर चलेगा?
हाँ
ये
हाँ,
वाला ये वाला एंगल सर जिसको आपने करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल बोला था, उसके जो नीचे वाला एंगल है ना, ये वाला सर।
हाँ, तो आप कोई भी एंगल ले लो, कोई
नहीं,
दिक्कत
उससे फिर आंसर नहीं आएगा सर। y2 डिवाइड बाय x2 माइनस x1 आएगा उस केस में सर। tan थीटा इज इक्वल टू y2 डिवाइड बाय x2 y2 डिवाइड बाय x2 माइनस x1। अगर नीचे वाला एंगल लेंगे लाइक ये वाला जो x एक्सिस से टच कर रहा है, ये वाला।
रुक जाओ 2 मिनट। So tan theta will be equal to how much in the red triangle, in the yellow right angle triangle? In the yellow,
Y2 minus Y1 by
y2
X1.
minus
Y2
y1.
minus Y1 by X2 minus
y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Right?
Yes, sir.
This is the question of slope of a straight line. And you will find that in physics and maths, for very special quantities, we reserve a special symbol. Okay, so this is a very special quantity, therefore the symbol for the slope of a straight line is m. Okay, so we get m is equal to tan theta is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1.
सर ये जो आपने प्रूव किया सर, ये वाला एंगल ले सकते हैं कैसे? ये जो नीचे एक्स एक्सिस उसमें
मैं
x
अगर
axis-
आपका नाम अंतवे बोल सकता हूँ क्या?
नहीं।
बोलो, मैं आपका नाम दांतवे बोल सकता हूँ क्या? मतलब मैंने क्या किया, वेदांत है आपका नाम, तो मैंने पहले दो लेटर्स को उठा के आखिरी में रख दिया. कैन आई डू दैट? इज दैट पॉसिबल?
नहीं सर।
नहीं कर सकते ना, बिकॉज देयर इज अ सीक्वेंस ऑफ लेटर्स ऑफ योर नेम. In the same way, can you take any other angle? Yes, you can take any other angle. लेकिन
लेकिन सर वो आंसर नहीं है, लाइक tan थीटा जिसको आपने करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल बोला।
नहीं हुआ ना, तो मैं आपका नाम अगर दांतवे दांतवे करने लग जाऊं तो मैं दांतवे 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 तो वेदांत तो बोल ही रहा हूं मैं, लेकिन मैं गलत कर रहा हूं ना, मतलब आई एम टेकिंग द सीक्वेंस टू बी रॉन्ग, राइट? उसी तरीके से आप जो एंगल ले रहे हैं, अगर उससे आंसर नहीं आ रहा है तो इसका मतलब वो एंगल आप गलत ले रहे हैं. सिंपल.
लेकिन फिर भी वो करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल ही है इसका।
कौन सा कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल है इसका?
अब सर मैं एनोटेट कर सकता हूँ।
नहीं, एनोटेट तो नहीं कर सकते.
ओके, तो ये वाला एक्स एक्सिस वाला, ये वाला
हाँ, बताओ एंगल
सी
की
वाला,
बात
सी वाला,
है.
सी वाला।
ये वाले एंगल की बात करो
हम्म,
तो 90 डिग्री है ना बेटा.
ओके ओके ठीक है, समझ गया।
So this is the slope of a straight line. Okay? This is the single formula which I'll be using in this chapter. And this chapter may get mathematically very convoluted. Mathematically, it may become very lengthy. But at the end, it is only this thing that we'll be talking about. Okay? So let's talk about ये आ गया सबको समझ में अभी तक? Anybody not understanding? Anybody having doubts? Any problems with this diagram that I've drawn? Anybody?
No, sir.
So now what I want to do is I just want to quickly talk about the various slopes. ये जो लाइन है इसका स्लोप क्या होएगा, कितना एंगल बनाता है ये एक्स एक्सिस से?
180 degree.
जीरो. स्लोप इज जीरो. चाहे आप 180 ले लो, चाहे आप 0 ले लो, tan of 0 tan of 180 is 0. इसके बाद से ये वाली स्ट्रेट लाइन का क्या स्लोप होएगा? ये जो 45 डिग्रीज पे स्ट्रेट लाइन, क्या स्लोप होएगा? हाँ, वेरी गुड.
45.
और कोई नहीं? Nobody else?
1 होगा, 1 होगा सर।
So the slope of this straight line will be 1 because tan 45 degrees is 1. And what can you tell me about the slope of this line?
Not defined.
हाँ, फिजिक्स में हम नॉट डिफाइंड नहीं लेके चलेंगे, जैसे आपको 10th में पढ़ाया गया है। यहाँ पे हम इसको इंफिनिटी लेके चलेंगे। So the slope here is infinity. Basically, whenever I write infinity in physics, I mean a very, very large number so large that we cannot practically write it. What would happen if I were to have a straight line somewhere here? सीधी line नहीं बन रही है, like this. Then what can you tell me about the slope of this straight line? What can you tell me about the slope of this straight line? Anybody tell me the slope of this straight line? I don't want the value. You can't possibly tell me the value, but you can tell me the range.
Less than 1.
Yes, very good question. Yes. Nobody else?
And 0 and less than 1.
So the slope less than 1, greater than 0. And if I were to draw a straight line like this, or any
More
other
than 1, lesser than infinity.
More than 1.
slope would be greater than 1 but less than infinity. Okay, and similarly, if I were to draw a straight line like this, then the slope for this is equal to -1, and any straight line here would have a slope between 0 and -1, and any straight line here would have a slope between -1 and -infinity. So this is plus infinity or minus infinity. It does not matter. Okay? There is no difference between plus infinity and minus infinity. Okay? So slope एक straight line की 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, 10,000, 1 million, 10 million, 1 billion, infinity, or minus infinity, minus 10 billion, minus 10 million, minus million, minus 10, minus 1. और फिर उसके बाद से उससे ज़्यादा मेरा हाथ मुड़ेगा नहीं, -1, फिर -0.9, -0.7, -0.5, -0.2, -0.1 से इस तरीके से एक स्ट्रेट लाइन का स्लोप वेरी करता है. So looking at this diagram, if I were to draw a straight line, like this, choose a different color. If I were to draw a straight line like this, then the question that I would ask you is the slope of this straight line positive or negative? That's it. और मुझे कुछ नहीं पूछना. This is all I'm going to ask you. The slope of the straight line will be positive or negative. How to decide? How to find out? Very, very simple. We said, remember, that the slope of a straight line has to do something with the angle made with the x-axis, right? All you have to do is remember this. Angle made with the x-axis Okay, angle made with the x-axis, angle made with positive x-axis. I must be very specific about this, not the negative x-axis, is acute. Acute का मतलब सबको मालूम है, ये मैं prerequisites में भूल गया मैं. Acute का मतलब सबको मालूम है.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this means positive slope, and angle made with positive x-axis is obtuse. That means greater than 90 degrees. Then this means that the line has negative slope. So in this case, the angle made with the positive x-axis, remember you must start from the positive x-axis. So this theta is greater than 90 degrees. Therefore, line has negative slope. Okay? And I must write something here. I must write something here. Very, very important. It does not matter where the line is drawn. Okay? So what does this mean? This means that if I tell you that we have a straight line like this, you will not say, "Arey, ye to first quadrant." You will not say कि ये first quadrant में. लाइन किस क्वाड्रेंट में है इससे हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. लाइन किस क्वाड्रेंट में है इससे हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. हम क्या करेंगे, हम कहीं पे भी हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन बना के विल जस्ट चेक दिस एंगल इज ऑब्ट्यूज और एक्यूट, स्लोप इज नेगेटिव सिंस थीटा इज ग्रेटर देन. सिमिलरली अगर लाइन यहाँ पे है तो हम ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में लाइन है. नहीं नहीं, उससे हमें कोई मतलब नहीं. ये एंगल लेस देन 90 डिग्रीज है, स्लोप इज यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको? Anybody having even the slightest of doubt, please ask. Please type on the chat. If you are not willing to speak, type on chat कि आपको क्या डाउट है. I will
Sir,
हाँ
can you explain it again?
हाँ सॉन्ग कौन सा वाला पार्ट बताइए.
Sir,
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 ये पूरा.
अच्छा,
sir, तो quadrant से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It is only depending on the theta whether it's positive or negative. The slope.
हाँ हाँ.
Okay, sir.
Quadrant does.
Okay, sir.
हाँ, so supposing that I do an experiment in which the data is this. हाँ विदु बोल, कुछ बोल रहा है विदु?
हाँ सर वो पर स्लोप का इक्वेशन तो tan थीटा जो उसमें y2 minus y1. सो सर सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में y2 नेगेटिव, x2 तो नेगेटिव हो सकता है.
हाँ.
तो सर वैल्यू नेगेटिव नहीं होगा?
नहीं, क्योंकि दूसरा x कोऑर्डिनेट भी नेगेटिव होएगा ना. दूसरा x कोऑर्डिनेट भी नेगेटिव होएगा ना विदु.
हाँ सर.
तो जब आप उसमें करो, अभी मैं करके दिखाता हूँ, देखते हैं नेगेटिव नहीं आएगा, पॉजिटिव मैं करके दिखाता हूँ. हाँ, सो हम यहाँ से शुरू करना है.
हाँ सर, बस थोड़ा सा रिकैप.
तो ये इसमें ये तेरे को नहीं समझ में आया, ये मैं बता रहा हूँ. देख, मैंने कोई हाइपोथेटिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट किया. उस हाइपोथेटिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट में मैंने दो चीजें मेजर करी हैं, एक्स और वाई. एक्स कोई फिजिकल वेरिएबल है, वाई कोई फिजिकल.
ओके सर.
हेलो.
Yes, I can hear you.
हाँ, so x is some physical variable, y is some physical variable, and it turns out that when I measure the values of y for different values of x, the value of y always comes out to be 7. So if I want to plot this, so I'm on a graph paper, then I draw the x-axis, I draw the y-axis. Here is the origin of coordinates, and I plot the points. So 0, 7, remember, is x coordinate may you don't move anywhere, y coordinate may you go up by 7, and then 1, 7 का मतलब हुआ that on the x-axis you go 1, y-axis you go 7, and then 2, 7 to 7. So these are the points that I am going to plot using this data, this table of data, right? So now what I can do,
इसमें
like
अगर tan थीटा अप्लाई करेंगे तो कैसे होगा? लाइक ये जो लाइन है इसमें अगर हम लोग tan थीटा अप्लाई करते तो tan 0 हम लोग लेंगे ना इसमें,
हाँ,
या फिर इसमें पॉजिटिव लेंगे कि यहाँ पर नहीं, इसमें कौन से क्लॉकवाइज लेंगे कि इसमें एंटी क्लॉकवाइज सर? कि ये लाइन एकदम स्ट्रेट है, ना तो क्लॉकवाइज बोल सकते हैं ना तो इसको एंटी क्लॉकवाइज सर मेजर कर सकते हैं।
tan of 0 कितना होता है बता?
और tan ऑफ 0 0 होगा।
0। तो इसका कितना होएगा?
0। अच्छा, तो इसमें इसमें कुछ वो पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव का कुछ होगा ही नहीं।
0 पॉजिटिव होता है कि नेगेटिव होता है बता?
0 कुछ भी नहीं सर, ना तो वो पॉजिटिव है ना तो सर नेगेटिव है वो।
ठीक। 3, 7 will be a point here. Okay, so when I join these points, let me change the color. When I join these points, then I get straight line like this. Okay. Now the thing that I notice about the straight line is that irrespective of the value of x, the value of y 7. Therefore,
Yes, sir.
Right, so
Yes, sir.
y is equal to 7 then becomes the algebraic equation which describes the straight line. The graph itself becomes the graphical way of representing the relationship between the two variables x and y. And this table is the tabular form of the relationship between x and y. Now the tabular form and the graphical form and the algebraic form have some pros and cons. So the positive point about the table is that the data is visually available to me, but the negative point of the table is that the data is only a portion of the data is available to me. The rest of the data, if I want to get, then I have to extrapolate. Similarly, for the graphical relationship between x and y, okay, the data is visually available to me. I can see how y is varying with respect to x visually. However, again, depending on the size of the graph, the data which is available to me is a part of the data, subset of the data. In the algebraic form, if I represent this straight line, then no visual cues am I getting about the data. Okay, in this case, thoda sa different because y is equal to 7 is actually visually very easy to understand. So the algebraic equation of the relationship between x and y does not give me a visual representation of the data, ready visual representation of the data. However, it does include all the data, right? So here I can answer the question, what happens?
सर एक एडवांटेज भी तो है ना लेकिन एल्जेब्रिक का, कि वो जो अगर सपोज ग्राफ में जितना हम लोग पॉइंट नहीं, जैसे 1000 10,000 एक्स के वैल्यू उतना प्लॉट नहीं कर सकते ग्राफ में, उतना पॉसिबल है, कितना पॉसिबल नहीं होगा, तो हम लोग सीधा फॉर्मूला में पुट करके हम लोग देख सकते, तो ये भी एक एडवांटेज होगा ना।
ये तो मैंने बोला ना बेटा, और क्या बोला? कुछ और बोला क्या मैंने? यही तो बोला ना मैंने। सुन तो मेरी बात जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ। तो algebraic वाले में every data point is available to us, although visually it is not very appealing. Okay. Another experiment is carried out and I get a graph like this. Now this is again a straight line, and what I want to do ultimately is I want to compare these two straight lines, and on comparison of these two straight lines, remember a straight line is an infinite object, right? It is a straight line going to infinity. So if I want to compare these two straight lines, then the only way that I can compare them, the only way that I can spot the difference or measure the difference between them is to say that they are having different inclinations. Will you agree with this, song? That they are having different inclinations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Means that the slope of the graph is different, inclined differently.
नहीं, फिर से बोलो सर, नहीं सुनाई दिया।
So that means there's two graphs and there's two slopes of the graphs. One is like a standing line and one is like bent, means that two and having a difference in their angles.
Yeah.
Means they're inclined in different way. Okay, sir.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So the difference between the two straight lines is the angle with the x-axis. Right now, with the why with the x-axis? Because it is convention. We always measure angles with the starting from the positive x-axis. This is convention. So now we want a viable way of measuring this difference. Okay? We want a mathematically suitable way of measuring this distance. And what do I mean by mathematically suitable? I mean that it should be future proof. That means that अगर मैं अभी कोई मेथड निकालूं जिससे मैं इन दोनों लाइंस के बीच का डिफरेंस मेजर कर पा रहा हूं, तो ये फ्यूचर प्रूफ हो. दैट मीन्स दैट हम कोई भी कॉन्सेप्ट आगे पढ़ें, दिस विल ऑलवेज बी this will remain the same. This will not change. फ्यूचर में जाके मैं ये नहीं बोलूं कि नहीं 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 ऐसा है कि डिफरेंट तरीके से मेजर करते हैं. Can't do that. So how to measure this difference? Well, since the difference is inclination of the two straight lines, it makes logical sense that the difference must lie, the measurement of difference must lie in the measurement of inclination. Okay, now there are many ways we can do that. Many different ways we can do that. So literally we can take a protractor and measure the angle made by the straight line with the x-axis, right? I can take a protractor and I can measure the angle made by this straight line with the x-axis, right? That would be one way of measuring the differences of the two straight lines. However, we prefer something slightly different to make our answer future proof, to make our answer mathematically more viable for the mathematics that is going to come in the future. And the way we do that is angle तो measure करना ही है, inclination है तो angle तो measure करना ही है. लेकिन instead of specifying the angle itself, we specify the tan value of that angle. Will you agree with me, Soham, that you can find the tan
Sir.
of angle?
Yes, sir.
So will you find the tan of any angle, Soham? What
Yes,
would be
sir.
the tan of 43 degrees?
What? Second, repeat.
Tan of 43 degrees. How will you find it?
In the first quadrant, it will lie actually. So it will be like a positive, and we will just
Tan of 43 degrees, Soham. Tan of 43 degrees. कैसे निकालें?
complementary angles.
43 degrees का complementary से क्या करना है?
I don't know, sir.
So you will, वैसे this was a trick question by the way. You will take a calculator and you will punch in 43 and then you will punch tan. Scientific calculator है सोहम आपके पास?
What is that calculator?
Scientific calculator सोहम.
No, sir. Normal calculator.
एक ऐप आता है एंड्रॉइड फोन पे, iOS पे भी आता
Oh, yeah, the digital one.
सर बिना साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर यूज के हम लोग नहीं कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं.
है. जी
बिना साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर यूज किए नहीं कैलकुलेट कर सकता हूँ.
क्या चीज?
tan 43 डिग्री.
आप बताइए मेरे को, आप बता दीजिए मुझे वैल्यू.
नहीं मालूम, लेकिन आप कुछ वे नहीं है क्या?
नहीं कर सकते, नहीं कर सकते. कुछ एंगल्स हैं जिनका हम बिना कैलकुलेटर के tan वैल्यू कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल tan ऑफ 30 डिग्रीज कितना होता है? सो हम tan ऑफ 30 डिग्रीज कितना होता है?
Tan 30.
हाँ जी.
It's like yes. Let me remember it. Tan 30. So it's like 1/√3.
And tan 60
√3.
वेरी गुड.
ये सब जैसे
some
स्टैंडर्ड एंगल, लेकिन
angles-
स्टैंडर्ड एंगल्स को छोड़ के नहीं कर सकते मतलब.
नहीं वेदांत, नहीं कर सकते हैं भाई. कितनी बार सुनेगा, कितनी बार बोलूं, नहीं कर सकते. तो मैथ्स में आपको सिखाया जाएगा tan 18 कैसे निकालते हैं, tan 36 कैसे निकालते हैं, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा नहीं कर सकते. So हम to measure the difference between any two straight lines, what we will do, we'll measure what?
Difference of their angles.
नहीं बेटा, देखो लिखा हुआ है, आप अपनी स्क्रीन में देखो. स्ट्रेट लाइन जो मैंने बनाई है उसके नीचे लिखा हुआ है.
Not the angle itself, but its tan value.
Yeah.
Oh, to measure or understand the difference between any two straight lines, we will measure the tan for the two straight lines. Oh,
आया समझ में अभी?
yes, sir, the tan theta value.
हाँ. Is this understood or not?
Yes, sir, understood.
Is this understood, the diagram that I drew?
Yes, let me see once. What is this diagram about? You have drawn two straight lines parallel to each other,
हाँ.
and
Generally,
x2, x1.
generally I call this the y-axis and this as the x-axis.
Okay.
You remember x-axis, y-axis?
Yeah. Yeah, this x2, y2. So this d equals the difference of the two heights, and this x2 minus x1 is this. So what is this base you haven't named that between the x2 and x1? Is it not required?
सर
No.
ए वाला जो एंगल जो आपने मार्क किया है सर, ए वाला एंगल, उससे नहीं हो सकता. ए वाला एंगल से
हाँ, हो सकता है.
कैसे होगा? लाइक वो मुझे ए वाला एंगल से नहीं मिल रहा है सर. कैसे करने ए वाले एंगल से, वो मुझे थोड़ा नहीं समझ में आ रहा है.
आपका घर कितनी दूर है मेरे घर से?
हाँ,
आपका घर मेरे घर से कितनी दूर है?
आपका घर मुझे नहीं मालूम कहाँ पर है.
हैं?
पता नहीं सर मुझे, आपका मुझे पता नहीं आपका घर किधर.
उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, बताओ ना कितना दूर है।
होगा सर 1-2 किलोमीटर।
नहीं, मेरे को एग्जैक्ट चाहिए value।
Sir, means you have actually taken the tan value of the small triangle. Okay. This BDE. Okay. Yes, sir, understood. Equation of the slope of the straight line.
सर
हाँ,
एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू नहीं पता सर।
नहीं पहले बताओ मेरे को exact। नहीं पता, क्यों नहीं पता है? मेरे घर से आपके घर का डिस्टेंस आपको क्यों नहीं पता है कि? बोलो वेदांत यार जल्दी।
नहीं पता सर।
अरे क्यों नहीं पता है? क्योंकि आपको ये नहीं पता है कि
डिस्प्लेसमेंट नहीं पता कहाँ,
ये डिस्टेंस मालूम है आपको?
नहीं मालूम।
तो कैसे आप ये ट्रायंगल यूज कर लेंगे एबीसी? आपको लगता है आप कोई ऐसा ट्रायंगल यूज कर सकते हैं जिसमें आपको एक साइड नहीं मालूम हो, दो साइड नहीं मालूम हो?
ना ना ABC नहीं, ए ई वो वाला।
कौन सा?
ए और एक पॉइंट वहाँ पर सर नेम करो ना, ग्रीन वाला।
हाँ लो,
AEF।
एएफ पता है आपको वेदांत? एएफ पता है आपको?
नहीं।
ओरिजिन और पॉइंट ए के बीच का डिस्टेंस तो पता ही नहीं है, तो वो x2 प्लस दूसरा डिस्टेंस तो ना मिलकर कैसे कर सकते हो?
एग्जैक्टली। ओके, सो मेरे को एक चीज और करानी है। वन थिंग I wanted to answer very quickly. So somebody was asking that two questions I want to answer. Somebody was asking that third or fourth quadrant में, what was the question बच्चा, if you can repeat? I don't remember किसने पूछा था। प्राप्ति ने? नहीं। So if I, अच्छा हाँ, so मेरे को याद आ गया। थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट में अगर कोई स्ट्रेट लाइन है या फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में अगर कोई स्ट्रेट लाइन है, तो हाउ डू वी मेजर द एंगल? हाँ, how do we say that the slope is positive or negative? Look, very easy. Pick any point on the straight line. Okay, pick any point on the straight line and draw a horizontal line. Pick any point on the straight line, draw a horizontal line to the right. Okay, always to the right. So you put your pen on a point on the straight line and you draw a horizontal line to the right. And then measure this angle, measure this angle. So theta is less than 90 degrees. So the slope of the straight line positive. Theta is greater than 90 degrees. So the slope of the straight line negative. Okay, please notice that any straight line anywhere, I put my pen on any point on the straight line and to the right I draw another horizontal line, and then I measure the angle between these two ऊपर से, नीचे से नहीं। ये वाला एंगल नहीं मेजर करना, ये वाला एंगल मेजर करना। ओके, पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस से एंटी क्लॉकवाइज मेजर करते हैं। दिस विल डिस्कस इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। हाउएवर ऊपर वाला एंगल मेजर करना। So theta is greater than 90 degrees. So the slope is negative. ठीक है ना? अगर आपको बहुत ही सिंपली याद रखना है, तो आपने स्ट्रेट लाइन को देखा, और अगर आपने देखा कि आपको पहाड़ राइट हैंड साइड पे आपके चढ़ना पड़ेगा, तो उसका स्लोप पॉजिटिव होता है। और अगर आपने देखा कि आपको पहाड़ लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे चढ़ना पड़ेगा, तो उसका स्लोप नेगेटिव होता है, राइट? So you stand on the straight line, you visualize yourself on the straight line, and you sort of visualize that you are climbing that mountain, If you are walking to your right, positive. Walking to your left, negative. Okay. Okay. Another quick thing that I want to get across before we start with the parabola part. Algebraic equation of a straight line is y is equal to mx plus c. Now, what does this mean? So this means, just like here, we had a straight line and I wrote down the algebraic equation of the straight line. Here I did not have to, no complication was there. It was obvious that y is always equal to 7, so I just wrote y is equal to 7. But here, what is the equation of the straight line? Okay, this is what we want to find. So I am telling you now that the equation of any straight line is given by y is equal to mx plus c. So the equation is given by y is equal to mx plus c, where m is equal to this tan theta, which is the slope, which is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And this point, okay, this point, which is called the y-intercept, is equal to c. So any straight line is defined by two quantities. First, we have discussed, that is the slope of the straight line. The second is the y coordinate of the point where it cuts the y-axis. And now you may ask, why ऐसा क्यों है भैया, ये क्या हो गया? The answer is actually very simple. The answer is actually very simple. The answer is actually very simple. So if x is equal to 0, then y is equal to m into 0 plus c. Y is equal to c. Here you have to be very, very clear. X is equal to any x coordinate. Y is equal to any y coordinate. Okay? So only those x and y coordinates will lie on line which satisfy this equation. Okay, so when x is 0, then y is equal to m into 0 plus c, which is y is equal to c. So if I tell you, that we have a straight line like this is 3, 0, 3, and this is 30 degrees, then what is the equation of the straight line? What is the equation of the straight line?
Y is equal to 1 by root 3x plus c, or c plus 3, sorry.
Slope is equal to tan 30 degrees equal to 1 by root 3. And y-intercept is equal to 3. Therefore, equation is y is equal to x by root 3. Okay, don't worry about it. We will start from this point. We'll start from this point in the next class. Okay, so we will start again with the equation of a straight line. Once you have learned what the meaning of the equation of a straight line is, then we can immediately go on to finding the slope of more complicated objects. Okay? So before this now, before this straight line, anything is unclear. So हम अभी सबको समझ में आ रहा है?
हाँ सर.
साइज में कुछ डिफरेंस आ गया जिसमें लिखा है मैंने. Sorry about that.
सर हम लोग क्या कर सर मतलब लाइक और लाइक सर मैंने जो पीडीएफ है वो कर दे दो और क्या कर सकता हूँ मैं?
कुछ नहीं, आगे बढ़ो. आगे दिनेश सर से असाइनमेंट मांग लो. मांगना है.
हाँ सर मांगा तो उन्होंने भी एक दिया तो वो भी कर लिया.
बस ठीक है. और क्या काम कर. आगे
सर
का
एक्चुअली सर एक्चुअली आपके उस ग्राफ वाले ड्राइंग से हमने वो सारे लॉज ऑफ वो सेम ही है मतलब.
क्या किया था?
ये सेम ड्राइंग लॉज ऑफ मोशन का हमने डिराइव किया था ये ग्राफ से, इसी ग्राफ से.
हाँ इवेंचुअली करेंगे ना.
हाँ सर.
इवेंचुअली करेंगे. यस. ओके चलो. So I will see you guys in the next class. Okay. No homework as of now, but from the next class you will start to get homework. Okay. And I will share this very soon, so you can go through it again.